What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Let me talk about X-Men 97, the most overhyped series maybe I ever seen in the world. This is the most overhyped product ever that I can remember. Let's talk about this. Episode 10. I thought it was mid. I thought it was average. Let's talk about the beginning of the episode. I do like certain parts of this show. I like the beginning with Magneto and Professor Xavier. In fact, throughout the show, I love their bond, their brotherly bond. Basically, Professor Xavier telling Magneto, what you doing is wrong. We need you to save the world. Basically, that's what he was saying, and he was looking through his past, through his mind, and if Professor Xavier don't get out of Magneto's mind in time, they're both going to die in his mind. So that was the best part of the show to me. The love that Magneto and Professor Xavier had. It's like the love of Malcolm X and Martin Luther King in the same room. They have a similar mission, but it's kind of different. And that's what it was in this show. So I like that situation going on throughout the whole entire episode. And I'm going to tell you the bad parts. I hated that we saw an appearance of the Phoenix. I thought it didn't make sense. The X-Men was in trouble. Jean Grey's son was going to die, Colossus. And she turned into the Phoenix out of nowhere to basically save her son's life. And of course, throughout the show, you see mostly the females doing the power stuff. Because you know, the last episode, Wolverine got injured, he got hurt, so he's basically in the hospital. And you don't really see the guys, except Magneto and Professor Xavier in this episode, you don't really see the guys really doing anything of importance. And that's one of my biggest problems. The agenda gotta stop. It just do. It's hurting the show to me. It hurt the whole season. They didn't really show the X-Men powers as much as I would like, except for the females, of course. But I don't like that Bastion's basically his whole mission is basically to destroy the Earth because he felt lonely as a child. He was basically mad inside because Professor Xavier didn't choose him to be one of the first X-Men or whatever. And I didn't like that. I didn't like that's the reason why he's mad. He wanted to destroy the Earth. The whole story of episode 10 basically is he's trying to destroy the Earth by having asteroid M hit the planet. And the X-Men has to stop that or everybody basically dies. So I guess, could y'all write below, like, what is his purpose? Is that a good purpose of him being evil? Like, I don't get it. And then you see a lot of characters pop up, like a lot of legendary superheroes. Cloak and Dagger. You see Daredevil. I didn't like that Peter Parker, you saw Peter Parker and Mary Jane watching a news station in one of like a broke down building or something. I didn't like that because I felt like if the world is really in danger, I don't think Peter Parker would just be Peter Parker. I think he would wear that Spider-Man suit and figure out what's going on. But you saw a lot of cool characters, but they didn't really do nothing. You saw Iron Man, and he was dressed up like the 90s version of Iron Man. You saw Captain America, but they didn't really do anything. They didn't do nothing. I hate cameos and shit if they don't say nothing and stuff. It's just, what's the point? And towards the end, you saw Jubilee save Cyclops and all of that because he was basically about to get killed by Bastion. I just don't like this. I know I keep saying this. I just watched the original X-Men episodes really throughout the week, this past week, and they're really good. They focus on the male characters a lot, the more popular characters a lot. And this show, they focus on the females a lot, and once in a while you see them focus on the guys, but this is washed down entertainment. It just is. It's not X-Men to me. This is not X-Men. Let's get to the story. You really see Bastion about to get destroyed. In fact, I think he did in Asteroid M because Asteroid M was collapsed, so X-Men got away with that. So, out of the middle of nowhere, we go back to the scene with Professor Xavier and Magneto. Professor Xavier finally got Magneto to get to his senses. He comes out and he can control his body. And he got rid of Asteroid M. He collapsed Asteroid M, or something happened. But the world is basically saved after the Asteroid M got collapsed in space because of Magneto. And you see one of my favorite characters that should have definitely been used a lot throughout the show, but because Disney is racist, we didn't see Bishop, but we saw him at the end of the show talking to Forge. And Bishop is basically saying that X-Men is not dead, they're just stuck through time. And you see half the X-Men at the end, they were so deep in the past. They was doing the Egypt days. That's where they were at in 300. That's a long time ago. You saw Rogue there. You saw Magneto in the past. You saw, I'm trying to think of the other characters. You saw Nightcrawler. And they were just in the past, and it looked like they were fighting Apocalypse. So that's what it looked like. And it looked like they're going to the traditional version. Even Beast was in the past. So, and then in the future, Jean Grey and Cyclops met Nathan in the future. And then that's the end. Like I said, I would give this a 5 out of 10. I know a lot of people in the world is going to love it. It's a lot of idiots out there. I read an article a week ago that the ratings is very low. So don't believe social media. Don't believe it. A lot of people probably boycotted this show because of Morph being gay, being binary, whatever it's called. I bet a lot of people boycotted the show. This was not good to me. And when I mean by this, I'm talking about the overall season. I wanted more. I thought I was going to get more. I thought this could have been special. At moments, it brought me back to my childhood. But overall, this was not good. I liked episode 9. I liked episode 1. And I thought episode 10 was mid. And all the rest of the episodes just sucked. It sucked. And it sucked really bad. So right below, tell me what y'all think. I know a lot of y'all are not going to agree with me, but this is my opinion. So that's about it, folks. Subscribe to me or die a slow death. And I'm out. Oh, and before I end this, it was so dumb how they did Sinister. The way he got taken out looked like his energy, his soul was gone and shit. It was such a Disney move. It was such a Disney move. Instead of killing him, they let him be alive, but they made him feel like a miserable person. I don't know. It was really, really dumb how Sinister got taken out. Like, you cannot defend that. You just can't. And I'm out. I'm asking God, could he save my life? I know where I'm going and the path I'm going, and it's not right. And I'm doing these videos so y'all can know that I'm a normal person, that it don't matter if I get 1,000,000 views or 10 views, I'm still gonna be me. I'm not gonna switch up. But it feels like I'm going to a path that scares me, and it's hard to breathe. And I want so much more for myself, but I just don't know how to get it, to be honest. Like, they have all these books on how to become a millionaire and shit, but those are full of lies. They're always missing scriptures. I want to be successful. I want to climb to the top. I don't want to give up. I want to be organic. I want to feel love, to be honest. I want people to love me. I want to feel glory. I feel like I'm hated amongst the world. It feels like I'm around fake people. It feels like I'm suffering. And I hate that feeling. I just hate it. I don't feel human anymore. The way I'm working nonstop almost every day in my life, I didn't picture life to be like this, especially when I grew up. I thought when I became an adult, I could just do anything I want. I could have fun. I could eat what I want. I could stay up all night. I could play video games. But that's not life. At least it's not mine. So I basically make these videos. If y'all going through anything, hopefully my pain can make y'all feel a little better. Drama sells, right? So right below, tell me how y'all feel. Are y'all happy? And if you are happy, tell me, what is the pursuit of happiness? How do you get there? How do you feel happy? Is it a real feeling, or is it a moment? Can we ever be happy in this world? Only time can tell.